how JJRC is making cool RC cars. They seem to be getting better and better. And of course, because the RC market is full of Jeeps, they made a Willys Jeep. But hear me out. The Willys Jeep is awesome. There's not enough Willys Jeeps in the RC market. But to top it all off, this is a 1/10 scale, leaf-sprung, 4-wheel drive, scaled Jeep for 65 bucks. 65 bucks. So it's either gonna be really bad or a diamond in the rough and really cool. Let's open it and just give her. So it comes in 2 varieties. You can get the basic model like this, or you can pay 10 bucks more and get the canvas cover and an actual metal winch. There's not a lot of detail on the box, so let's just crack it open and see for ourselves. Oh, ooh, big clamshell. Clamshell RC here. Hey, anything in there? Nope. That doesn't look too bad. Bag of instruction, and I think there's a charger in there. There's a little canvas topper and a nice little metal winch. It's actually kind of heavy. It's well packaged anyways, not damaged. This is really cool. No way. There's a linkage between the steering servo and the steering wheel, so the steering wheel turns. This thing looks really good. Like, it's light. You could tell it's lightweight, but man, it's scale. Really scale. So it comes with a really basic transmitter. It's the same color plastic. That's cool. I've never had a green transmitter before. I feel special. And it's stable. I'm glad it's stable. On, off, light control, retract, release. So you got winch options there. Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, this is cool. It's got lots of scale components inside of there. Like, it's not FMS detail, but man, it's 65 bucks. It's great. Okay. So here it is right beside a 1/10 scale truck. Is that right? Is that how small they were? I don't know. I'm gonna say so because that's it right beside a 112. Like, that probably is 110. The instruction pamphlet, I guess you could say, has a few bits and pieces to get started. Comes with a 1-amp charger and a screwdriver. But this little winch is actually heavy. Like, it has weight to it. Not a bad quality, I don't think. We'll have to try it out. Oh, there's a lot of tie downs and flappy things to this. Whoa. Oh my gosh. I think this has to go somewhere else. That is, whoa, that has got some chemical smell. I'll tell you what. Let's just put you over there. Ugh, it's all over my hands. Before we get into the guts, I do want to look at the scale properties. It looks really sharp. It's a really good looking Jeep. The tools actually come out, I think. Oh no. I broke it. Okay, I have to fix that. I glued that back together, but yeah, don't try to take them off with brute force and ignorance. There's actually a clip on the backside here, so you can just squeeze it and pull that off, and you could take those off properly if you want. So yes, it looks really good. And honestly, it kind of ticks all of the scale features you want. And even the mirrors have mirrors. But it feels cheap. I mean, it's 65 bucks. It just feels cheap. The plastics don't feel high quality. The tires look good. They're pretty hard. There's not a lot of goosh to them. I don't know how good that compound is for crawling. But then again, it's not really designed for crawling. It's more of a trail truck. Wow, that's really Velcroed in. That's good. 500 milliamp 2S lithium ion. And that compartment is big. Like, you could get a much bigger battery in there. Now, the undercarriage is plastic. And when I say plastic, everything's plastic. The only thing metal on it is the frame rail. Even these leaf springs, they're faux leaf springs. They're plastic. And the shocks inside of there, they're just springs. There's no oil filling at all. All of the links and the drive shafts are plastic too. So the steering linkage that goes back and forth, it's tied to the actual steering wheel. So you actually have a turning steering wheel. You don't see that much in a cheap RC. And the hex size on it isn't your standard 7 or 12. It's a 5mm, just like WPL. But there are a lot of aftermarket wheels for WPL, so probably could do something there. Now, these wheels aren't beadlock or anything like that. In fact, they're not even glued. They have foam in them, but I think without the foam, they'd be a lot softer. 1/10 scale, 65 bucks. Just saying. All right. A little spot lamp. It's got tail lights too. Does it have signal lights? Oh, it does. Signal lights for 65 bucks. Servo does not have a lot of throw at all. Whoa. Okay, let's see the low speed modulation here. Actually, pretty quiet. Huh. It's a really good looking scale RC for 65 bucks. 110 scale. I'll say it again. 65 bucks. Hey, that was easy. That was actually kind of surprising that it was able to do that. Nice! Okay, I'm starting to really like this thing. Way quieter than that. Putting on the winch, the ESC is located underneath this pan. There's only one slot, so I'm assuming that's where it goes. So it wasn't too bad to fish that all the way through. If you really wanted to, you could take off the chassis and then put it in these cable wraps and tidy it right up. It actually looks pretty good. Push the release button. Oh my god, it's loud. Let's see how strong it is. We'll hitch it up to this big bad boy over here. Wow. It's like no wheels, no nothing. It's actually, whoa, what? Like, look at that. It's actually really strong. It's way stronger than the WL Toys one. You got a thumbs up, big shooter. That's well worth the 10 bucks. Like, this thing's all metal. It weighs a ton. This thing weighs absolutely nothing. And it managed to pull it. Like, that winch is impressive. We're gonna charge up the batteries and then take that thing out tomorrow, but I am not putting this thing on. It smells so chemically, I literally, yeah, goodbye, no thank you. It's gonna be the last nice day we have for a while, so I thought we'd bring Indiana Jones along for the adventure. I was with the little monkey bro, but my daughter said if I lose it, I'm in big trouble. And we don't want him to get hurt, do we?
Bad dates.
Nice. Oh, you almost lost your satchel. It's a good trailing rig. And actually, you know, on these rocks even, it's hooking up pretty good. It's quite capable. Ah, Indy! You're good, still got your hat. But it is exactly that. It's a trail truck. It is not a crawler. Just doesn't have the ground clearance. It is really scaled, I'll tell you that. I think it's pretty cool. Won't get much better for that size, for that price. Spider! What do you think, Dr. Jones? Ah, Indy! Let's try this again. Yeah, way better. Come on, Indy, you can do it. Oh no! Yeah, buddy. Hey there, big fella. Don't mind us. We're just gonna get in beside you here and see how strong this winch is. I'm really a fan of this winch. Like, it is really powerful. All the way up. No problem. Finally, a cheap winch on a cheap RC that actually works. Guys, this seriously isn't trying to be anything else but a cheap, fun RC. I have to applaud JJRC for what they're trying to do here. It's really scale and it's really cheap, but that's what it is. If I was a kid at Christmas getting this at 8 years old, I would be ecstatic. They're just so different than what we had as kids. In fact, if I was 48 years old, which I'm not, I would still be ecstatic to get this under the tree. It's not gonna be this crazy crawler that can do anything for you, but for 65 bucks, it's gonna scratch that itch and probably make somebody happy this holiday season.